everybody. Hello, and welcome to Psi.Vision television. I am your host, Chase Butiche. This is my YouTube channel. I've been making some new lives lately, and it's really fun. So please tell your friends and subscribe and all that jazz, all that crap, you know. But this entire podcast and show is for the intention of empowering the empaths, intuitives, sensitives of this world, creatives, we can all enhance and empower our energetic field, strengthen our energetic fields, and begin to lead this new paradigm. Because that is what I have been guided. That is what I fundamentally believe, is that it is the empaths of this new world that are going to be guiding the energies, directing the energies, conducting the energies. And the more in tune, the more empowered, the more fundamentally in our power we get, the better our world will be, because we are the ones that are the empaths. We are the ones that are the most sensitive. We are the ones that understand energy. And in this new age of Aquarius, this post-2020 world, we are living in a world that is now based in energy. It is based in ether. It is based in non-materiality. That is the shift that has occurred. That is what has happened. And today, I am making a video about cryptocurrency. I'm intro to crypto, and I'm going to tell you my story with crypto. I'm going to give you just some intro, because I've talked to a lot of people and friends and people that follow me, and I'm like, "Are you into crypto?" Because that's basically, like, I've been talking to a lot of empaths and creatives that are like, you know, struggling in the new world, trying to figure out where they belong, and I'm like, all you got to really do with the crypto thing is like put your hand out, and it's like, here's some money. The universe is like, here's some money. It's really, really not that hard. But I think there's a lot of people and a lot of energies that are for some reason, people are scared. They're uncertain. And really behind that, it's like, am I worthy of this? Can I really get into this? Am I good enough? Do I know how? Right? So I kind of want to work through all that with you guys today. Open myself up to any questions you may have, and just give you like a heads up, give you a quick, tutorial, give you a quick, easy, and then really talk about, my belief system, why I believe crypto is important, why I believe it's connected to this new era, this new frequency, this new currency, right? This post-2020 currency that is now taking over our world, that is the new energy, right? And if we get on this energy, we ride it, we own it, we enhance it, we are actively shifting the paradigm. And what's up, Solana? Yes, I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. Please, if you have any questions, let me know, because I'm just going to be throwing out some information your way. And like I said, I'm going to tell you my story, and I'm going to then kind of walk you through some stuff. So basically with the crypto thing, I think for the crypto thing with me was, my partner now, back in last September, was like, he's like younger, and he understands these currents, and he was telling me a long time ago, and I think he foresaw all of what's going on with crypto now happening, and he was like invest. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna invest a little bit. I invested it on an app called Robinhood, which I will put on here. There are certain apps that are make investing extremely easy. To invest, it's like really, and you don't need a ton of money. You can put 20 bucks in, you can put 50 bucks in, you can put 100 bucks in. Seriously, you can grow $100 into thousands of dollars with the energy and the energy market of what is happening right now. It's really pretty easy. It's simply a matter of, I think, getting up the gumption, getting up the belief system, getting yourself in that flow. Because what I have also noticed is that the crypto world is kind of like a bro world. There are girls in it, there are women in it, but it can be intimidating. And I'm on this Discord server with all these crypto bros, and like, man, it's like, they're speaking a whole other language. When I first got on there, I was like, what is anybody talking about? And then I just kind of jumped in and I started being like, just putting in my 2 cents and talking some crap. And now they all respect me. And I'm like, I'm like in it. I'm in it. I'm just doing it, and it's fun. So anyway, back to my story. So I invested some money last September, and it was funny because yeah, it seems really masculine. It is really masculine. And that's part of why that's part of why I'm making this video, is because I want to feminize it. I want to get sensitive people who are not super certain about how the financial system or working with it, or even, kind of confused or scared. And the women, not just the women though, but the people who are sensitive, like that are unsure of it. Like, I want us to get comfortable in this. I want to help you, walk you through it. Right. So, anyway, I invested last September. It was funny because he and I went through this whole period. It's like almost like our whole entire relationship was based on this. It's like a new frequency. There's a new frequency. So he left. He had moved in with me, and then he left. He went through this like intense period. When he left, I like lost all faith in the crypto thing. I was like, this is bullshit. And I was like scared. I was like, I got to keep this money. And, this is like, I got to hold on to it. I got to hold on to it tight. Literally, this is what's so crazy. Like the day or the week, like 3 days after he left, like the crypto went up. It doubled. It went up like 200. It went up from, it was 25,000 Bitcoin. It was what I had invested in. And it literally went up to, I think, 40,000. Which means that my investment would have like, it would have like, I think it would have doubled, tripled, quadrupled. I'm not very good with the math, but if I had stayed at that investment, like I would have had a lot more money, but I pulled out because I was scared. And so, because I didn't trust in the new energy. I didn't trust in the new ether. I didn't trust in the new currency. I didn't trust it. I didn't trust myself. I didn't trust him. I didn't trust anything. That so wonderful to see you, my dear. And I pulled out, and it was so indicative to me how that was working. It was like, I didn't trust in the new world. I didn't trust in what was, possible in the new currencies. I kind of was pulling back into fear. And I like cut myself off from literally, like, I think I would have made like $17,000 or something if I would have just kept that money in there, because I had invested way before. Nico is okay. Nico's got this cough, and it's like this, like he's got some like some anxiety cough. Anyway, I'll kick him out in a second if he keeps coughing. Anyway, so that was my first impression. So then after I pulled out and I saw all that happen, I was like, what in the hell am I doing here? This is like ridiculous. Me too. The trust. I was freaked the hell out about 5G a year ago. Yeah. And I think that's been the whole thing, right? I think that's really the old world order, is like super freaked out about crypto, because the truth about cryptocurrency is that nobody knows what's happening. Nobody can predict anything. Nobody can predict anything. The old school systems of economics don't work. And what I have realized is that it's really about intuition. And ding, 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 ding. The empaths, the intuitives, we're the ones who are attuned to energy, right? Because this entire new system, it's so not based in materiality. It's not based in this old school, like, stock market ideology that is like, somebody's at the top and they're all like working together. And it's this very hierarchical, patriarchal thing. The crypto thing is a bunch of people working together to help each other out to make. Okay, I got to get him out of here. Hold on. Nico, out. Just get out of here. Go. Get out of here. Sorry, guys. He's got some cough. Anyway, okay. But the point is that what was I just talking about? Oh, yeah. It's not this old school system, right? It's not it's a new system that is based in energy. And that was the moment for me, because I started having these intuitive hits about things, and I would start getting dreams about things, and I would start attuning to the energy. And then I started realizing that the crypto is like part of the new frequency. It's part of the new energy. It's part of the new paradigm. And we, as the empaths and the sensitive ones, can attune to it. And that is how we can really, really ride these waves. It's not the same as gambling. It's not the same as, like, you know, investing in something that you have absolutely no idea if it's going to work out or somebody tells you to. It's actually investing in the new world. It's investing in, you know, when that whole thing with GameStop happened, you laughing at Nico. When that whole thing with GameStop happened, do you guys know about what happened with GameStop? Like I said, I'm not like the person that knows all the details about everything, but I do know that basically they were going to kill GameStop. The people, okay, no clue. So they were going to kill GameStop. GameStop's a place where, like, nerdy motherfuckers like myself go and get, I don't play video games, but right. But people go and get the video games. They're serious about their video games, right? It's a place where you go get your video games. And there was this plan by some like the masses, the huge system was going to overthrow GameStop. Cause I think I don't know if it was some bigger corporation was going to take them down so that I think it might've been Amazon, so that they could implement their system. And all of the underground nerdy hackers got together and said, fuck that, and invested and put all this money into GameStop. And it like rose 1,000%, and all these people made money on it, and they saved it. And that, and it froze all of these massive accounts from the old system, and people were freaking out. And the old system was like, what the hell? That was a pivotal turning point moment where the new system was overthrowing the old, right? This old system that is based on this order that does this old old school white man patriarchal order that is not working for nobody, where there's one master at the top and we're all fucking slaves. That doesn't work anymore. Now the new energy of the crypto energy is decentralized, you guys. That is Aquarian energy. The age of Aquarius started the 21st of December, just at the same time that all this started taking off, right? Decentralization. What does that mean? It means this energy, where this thing is at the top, is no longer. It means that there's not a central order. It also means, and this is what's so freaking exciting about crypto, is that there is no one currency. Seriously, the other way is so last millennia, is what Solana says. But yeah, so there's no currency. Crypto means that it's one currency for the world. There's not currency for America, currency for Venezuela, currency that we have to keep going to these old school exchanges and materially exchanging. On the internet, the crypto, this blockchain, that's all technology. There is no material token that you ever see, right? This is all done. It's decentralized, meaning it's a world. It's a world system. Unity, one, right? Decentralization, okay? And so to me, one of the most exciting things about that as well is that means that people, like the crypto that I am the most excited about right now, which I will tell you guys, yes, exactly, Solana. The crypto that I'm so excited about right now, which is blowing me out, it's blowing my vagina out, like I can't believe how amazing it is this one called Cardano, okay? So you guys probably have heard about Bitcoin, right? Everybody's heard about Bitcoin, right? That's the crypto that was created, I think it was created in 2009. I'm not exactly sure on my dates. But it's been around for a long time. Basically, when 2020 started, everything hit the fan, and all of these huge corporations, the mainstream, started seeing the trend in cryptocurrency rise, mostly because a lot of what has happened is our dollar, because what's happened with the economy and the money that's getting loaned out is becoming, the value is becoming less and less central, powerful, right? And so the crypto, the Bitcoin is like, it's kind of like a modern day gold where people can invest in it and it'll hold its value. So that's one of the main reasons that people started getting into crypto, the system, right? So the system started growing. People like JP Morgan, huge corporations, PayPal started investing because Bitcoin before that was all just backed by like people like you and I, right? These huge corporations now invested in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like the circulating volume that is now being circulated in it. It's over $1 trillion. It's like there's so much freaking money. There's so many old school institutions that are now invested in Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin's like the original. It's the original crypto that started getting everything on board. Then there's the Ethereum, right? Ethereum is another type of crypto. It's a newer crypto. It's actually made one of the original people, this guy named, what is his name? Because I love him and I'm kind of obsessed with him. Hold on. Inventor. His name is Travis. I have to find the name of this guy because he's one of the people that helped invent Ethereum. There's a couple different people, but it's a certain type of these. And like I said, this shit gets really fucking complicated. And like, I am not a math person, but the way I like to look at it is in terms of energy, symbolism, and metaphor. And then I'm a Virgo, so then I can kind of get into the details of it, and it gets really fun when you get into that, right? But the way that I'm looking at it, basically, so the other guy invented this one called Ethereum. Ethereum is it has different capabilities. It works really well with NFTs, and it's also this crypto that other cryptos that are getting started can be traded with. And this is when it starts getting kind of confusing. But basically, it's a crypto for all the cryptos. So you can get Ethereum and then let's say another crypto, because there's tons and tons and tons. There's hundreds of cryptocurrencies out there, you guys. We're at this massive time right now there where like everything is proliferating, where it's like the beginning of the internet, but even more intense. And it's even more, we're in the birth of a new currency, a birth of a new energy on this entire planet, right? And so but Ethereum has been the one where you can buy it, and then with that is like the entryway into all these other ones, right? It's a little bit more alternative. It's not quite as mainstream as it's more of the artists and the people like us that are kind of getting involved. But all of a sudden now Ethereum is like starting to skyrocket right now. So a basic investment right at this moment is basically going to get you money would be to put like $100 into Ethereum, because it has just been, and this next, until this, like it's going to be going off because it's still pretty low, because the cap right now for Bitcoin I think is currently worth, I can look it up. I love looking at this shit. I get really nerdy with it. Bitcoin is currently at $57,000. Okay. Ethereum is currently at 3,500. Okay. That's quite a distinction. That's quite a difference, right? What that means when I say Bitcoin is at 57,000. So, okay, wait. So Lana's asking, so is all this through the stock market? I've never invested. This might be a super basic question, but I am basic with this. Okay. No, it is not through the stock market. It is through these certain exchanges. So one of the exchanges, there's different ones. Like, is Bitcoin on the stock? This is a good question. Is Bitcoin on the stock market? I think it is listed, but it's a different currency. So the stock market, right, traditionally is used with the US dollar, right? That is how the old school Dow Jones, the old school S&P 500, these are the old stock markets. They're old now. They're old because they're using the dollar, the material ass dollar that you got to put in your pocket and get out of the ATM. That was already starting to die anyway. Who carried around cash anymore, right? Now, the new energy is Bitcoin, and I don't think is Bitcoin on the stock market. I don't. It's not a dollar. It's not based on the dollar. It's a completely different system. It's kind of like saying like it's kind of like asking if like a new paradigm can fit into like this old box. It can't compute, right? They can't compute. So where you trade Bitcoin and where you buy it and get it are on certain platforms. For us, the investor, we can get it on. There's one called Coinbase. Okay, I'm gonna write these down for you. Coinbase, Robinhood, and Cash App are really easy. Those are really, 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 really easy. The one that I have found that works the best is Coinbase. Okay. Coinbase has a bunch of different crypto, because Coinbase is a trading platform for crypto that is on the stock market. That trading platform is on the stock market, but I don't think that Bitcoin itself is on. Let's just look this up. Let's just look this up because I have to find this out for myself. Is Bitcoin? I don't think it is. Oh, so charts NASDAQ. So it must be. Yeah. Okay. So Bitcoin is on the NASDAQ. So that must be part of why, I'm sorry, it must be part of why it also is so mainstream, because a lot of these other cryptos are not on the NASDAQ. But the most important point here is that it's not using the dollar. And so it's its own currency that is beyond the dollar, right? That is not. So one Bitcoin is worth $57,000. So it's traded completely differently. So when you buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, you're getting like 0.0016 of a Bitcoin, right? And so it's hard to switch your brain around and try to understand all this stuff, but you don't have to necessarily understand it, because I just decided to jump in, because if you try to understand it, I think that's the other piece with all this. If you really try to go deep, this is what I have found with people that I know that I've talked a lot about with crypto and stuff. The more rational you are with it, and the more you can understand it, you can study it and work with it and try to understand it, right? How much is one Bitcoin worth? One Bitcoin is worth $57,000. One Bitcoin is worth $57,000. Oh my God, Nico. So yeah. So, but there's other, that's the most heavily weighted cryptocurrency that is the most invested in. Like Elon Musk has now is PayPal and Tesla. You can buy cars with Bitcoin. Okay. So if you have a Bitcoin, so the way that this works is that you get a wallet. This is when it gets really kind of confusing. You get a wallet, and then you, from the wallet, you store your crypto. And then from that wallet, you can buy things with crypto. That is how the future works. It's not going to be that we're going to not really be working in dollars as much. It's really kind of a whole new way of thinking. Of course, we have to translate it to dollars because we don't have anything to weigh it against. But that's it's a whole new currency system, right? Okay, so Bitcoin is the big one. Then there's Ethereum. Then behind that, there's like a ton of different, I'm just going to look through the list of different, there's Binance Chain Coin, there is Dogecoin, XRP, Cardano, Tether. You can go through, there's tons and 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 tons of different kinds of cryptocurrencies, right? But there's toppers, and there's ones that people will have invested in. And so the one that I am currently the most excited about, really excited about, which I'm going to tell you guys about, is this one called Cardano. And the reason why I'm so excited about it, and I don't work for them or anything. I've gone deep into I'm like way into the future with this stuff. And so I'm like, okay, at first I was like into Bitcoin, and then I'm like, Bitcoin is getting old now. Then it got into Ethereum. Ethereum is going to go way up. But then I'm like, what's beyond Ethereum, right? What's really starting to the guy who, one of the early creators of Ethereum created this other cryptocurrency called Cardano. The thing with Ethereum is that it's really slow. It takes a long time to make transactions with it. It's kind of like it's kind of like older at this point, even though it's still being used for everything. So people are coming out with new, faster, moving cryptos. Are you guys still with me? Is this too complicated? I hope you're still with me. If you need anything clarified, let me know. Because I know that this gets kind of like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. My brain is getting fried. But I'm just throwing it all out here so that you can you got to jump in, right? You just got to jump in. So there's new cryptos that are being created, right? And so the one that's beyond even Ethereum, the guy, one of the original creators, decided to create his own, and it's called Cardano. I'm following and taking notes. Okay, cool. Okay, and so one of my favorite, his name is Travis Hawkinson, I think, and he's this freaking, oh my God, this guy, I'm like upset. I'm like in love with him because he created this new cryptocurrency that is basically going to take, he's bringing crypto to Africa. What that means is that this cryptocurrency Cardano, he just signed a contract with the Ethiopian prime minister, and which means that Ethiopia is going to be adopting Cardano, which means that his main thing is to bring crypto to Africa, to bring and to also simultaneously with it bring Wi-Fi, which means the parts of the planet that have been the most ravaged by colonialism and these freaking structures that have killed our planet Earth and its peoples, right? The origins of this colonial enslaved cultures, he's empowering them. He's bringing money. He's bringing energy. He's bringing decentralized energy back to them. When I heard this, I was like, what? This means that the peoples of Africa are going to finally be on the same playing field as somebody in the US or in Europe. This is huge. It's huge. It's huge for the world. It's huge for the liberation of the peoples of the world. And it made me so excited. And so, yeah, I'm going to write this one down. It's called Cardano. And it's y'all, and it's only at $1.50 right now, you guys. It's about to be a huge one. And so if you put some money in, you could put $100 in. I'm telling you, even if you just decided to never touch it, it'll probably be worth $500,000 in like 5 to 10 years. Okay, like this, I have a very strong feeling. I get these feelings about things, and that's the thing, is that you can start to really pay attention. You can just start to tune in to what you vibe with. And you start looking at these charts. So if you download these apps, okay, there's Coinbase. The one reason I really like Robinhood, that was the first app I ever started with, is Robinhood, is their charts are really great. And when I started looking at the charts, I was like, these charts are fun, because basically you're just looking at energy. You're just looking at energy. So I'm going to show you this is what like the chart of the day of Ethereum looks like. This is the Robinhood app. That's Ethereum for today. So you can look at the current, because it's just a current, right? It's not like the old school stock market, because the old school stock market was like so about making that money, right? And investing in shit you don't really believe in. And like, just, I don't know what the distinction is. Holy ish, dude. Prosperity for the psychics and intuitives in a whole new way. And we want to do good things with that money. Mana. Yes, you get it. This is exactly right. And this is exactly what I'm trying to impart to all of y'all's watching this. I want to this is the wave of the future. This is the wave of the future. Jump on board. Get into it. Don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated. Anybody can do this. All you have to do is get one of these apps, put your bank account information in, transfer some money, and then buy. It's really freaking easy, you guys. Coinbase is the easiest and it's the fastest. Robinhood, just get it and download it for the charts because their charts are fun. Like this. So this is what Ethereum is at today, 3,509. And then, so this is 1 week. This is what has happened to Ethereum in 1 week. These charts, these kind of stock market charts, they're unheard of. This kind of growth that is happening right now, this new currency that is going up, it's unheard of. It's unheard of. It's unprecedented. And nobody can predict it. And, I've been following this one guy. Look at this. This is 1 month for Ethereum. And I mean, I'm not somebody, you get into some of these guys and you start following to them online and like some of these math guys and they're like, blah, 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 like coming up with all these, crazy, theories and formulas for the way that it works. But nobody knows. Nobody freaking knows. The one thing, I found this one guy that I freaking love. I'll type in his name. His name is Coins Kid. And he is on, he has a YouTube channel. And he's just this really lovely English man who's like just a lovely human being. And he uses Fibonacci. He uses the Fibonacci formula to discuss, because that's how. So Fibonacci, right? Fibonacci is it's the spiral. It's like basically the elemental evolution of the universe, right? It's how things evolve. It's the spiral, and it's the rate and the contraction and the way that they evolve, right? It's the spiral, right? And it's how far the spiral goes from, and apparently there's like a 3, 6, 9 thing with the Fibonacci, right? There's a 1 to 1. There's all these ratios and shit, but it's a very spiritual. It's where fractals, it's like the origin of fractals is the Fibonacci, right? So this guy was using the Fibonacci to look at this Cardano chart, and he was like relating it, and I was like feeling it. I was like, oh fuck yes, this is like the evolution of this. I was just getting into the vibe of it. I was like, oh yeah, this is how this works. It's the Fibonacci. When people start talking about that, I can dig. The patterns in the divine numbers must reveal themselves in all life, including money. Yes. Well, and especially with like, there's something that feels really right about it when it's backed. Like it's not like I'm like on the stock market getting my Fibonacci for like, Berkshire Hathaway or like fucking Windows or Microsoft or some shit. Like I'm doing it for this fucking crypto that is shifting the currency of the planet to liberate and decentralize. It's like the absolute new energy of post-colonialism so that all of us have a fucking chance. So that all of us can prosper, so that all of us can be fucking wealthy, because that is the flow. That is the truth of this fucking planet and of this universe. The money should not be hoarded and held at the top by this old school colonial patriarchal bullshit. And it's all getting decentralized right now, you guys. All of it is getting decentralized, and it's so exciting. So don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated. Jump in. Jump the fuck in. And yeah. So what other questions do you guys have? What else can I tell you about this? So anyway, yeah. So get Robinhood for the charts. Okay. Like this is, like I said, that's the chart for Ethereum for this month, which is nuts. That's the chart for 3 months, right? So as you can see, this is 3 months. Look at the past month. And my point with all of this is that the money is related to the currency. The currency is related to the energy. And the truth is that all of this money talk and all this money business It's this old school idea. It's just freaking energy floating around, y'all. I mean, how often do we actually even hold cash in our hand anymore? It truly is an energy. And what's starting to happen with this crypto is that it's really becoming an energy. It's really becoming like, it's a frequency. It is a currency. It is an energy. And that is all Aquarian shit. It's electricity. It's based in electric energy in our computers, in our phones, in our bodies, right? The electricity and the energy are linked. So we can attune to this energy. We can shape it. We can put our focus on it. We can believe in it. We can hold it, we affect it. We affect it. Solana asks, how often do you recommend checking it once you invest? Is this going to take over my life? Yeah, okay. That's a good question, because it can become kind of like, I don't know. You can get kind of obsessed with it because it's exciting and it changes. And then also you can get afraid if it goes down. Because when I first started investing, I was like, it was going up and up and up. And I was like, yeah, woohoo! And then when it started going down, I was like, shit, and I started freaking out and like, oh my God. And totally doubting myself. And it revealed so much to me about, how much I trust and how much my belief system was based in this idea that my security is based in this thing, and it really started revealing to me how much weight, how much power I put in this external thing. What was really, really, really empowering to me, because I think it's the energy with which, ooh, my Mac's asleep. Hold on. I think it's the energy with which, okay. It's the energy with which you enter into the digestion, the investing. So if you kind of invest and you're feeling like really scared about it, and you're like, oh, I don't know, am I going to lose this money? And like, this is my life savings. And that's why I'm saying, like, start really small, and just start with like $100, $50, whatever's relative for you. And just watch and start playing around. Just play, make it fun. Don't make it overly serious. Don't stress yourself out with it. Don't put in your whole life savings in the beginning. Like, or ever, just start playing. Just start playing around with it and see what feels right. See what feels good. Start playing around with charts, looking at charts, getting into the energy of certain cryptos. The other thing is that, like the NFTs, I know you guys probably have heard about NFTs. I myself am still like, what the fuck is an NFT? Like, I've looked at it. I looked it up like 20 times and nobody can give me a goddamn straight answer. But basically, I know what it is, but it's like, what the fuck? It's called a non-fungible token, but basically it's something that is bought. It's like a material thing that's bought with crypto that can't be, it's only traded with crypto. So, but it's basically stuff that's like works of art. And then these NFTs, they get set at a price. So it's like basically a piece, like a work of art or something. Anything can have a price. It's an NFT with a price. So somebody buys it for, say, five Ethereum, and then it ends up, Ethereum goes up. So then it becomes like worth $1 gajillion because it was bought for that amount. And I still don't fully. I'm still going into NFTs, and when I really get into it, I will report back. right now I'm just kind of still really diving in with the cryptocurrency, but NFTs are part of the cryptocurrency, but they are run on Ethereum, and Cardano will also be running on them, and they're run on certain types of cryptos. Like Ethereum is a big NFT, is based in a lot of NFT action. So that's always really good to know. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So how often do you recommend checking it once you invest? Is this going to take over my life? Yes and no. Just let yourself play. And then once you start getting a little bit more confident and you start getting a little bit more having fun with it, and you start playing around and looking at the charts and getting into the vibe, you got to get into the vibe, right? You don't just jump in, I mean, I have an Aries moon, so I jump into a lot of shit sometimes. And my partner's always laughing at me. He's like, oh my God. Cause I'm like, I have to flail around. I like jump into the deep end, flail around, and like learn to swim while I'm in the deep end. Like that's how I work. And I'm like, why the fuck do I do this to myself? He's more of like, go slowly down the steps and slowly learn the breaststroke. Right. And I'm like, but I learned pretty quick because it's sink or swim. Right. And that's kind of how it is with me. So I think that's kind of how it's been working for me, is like, I've been learning really quick. And what's really crazy. So the intention around global decentralization, Solana says the intention around global decentralization of currency is pretty much enough for me. Oh goddess, I love that you have an Aries moon. So perfect. Yeah. It explains a lot, right? Why I'm like, crypto, it's the future. But yeah, what was I saying? I was talking about jumping in. Oh yeah. So the other crypto that's really exciting right now, I know I'm kind of all over the place. I'm just going with what's so fun. The other crypto that's really exciting and what's crazy. So what I was just talking about, getting into the vibe, right? You just got to get into the vibe. Start looking at the charts, start looking at the rhythms, start looking at the currencies, start looking at the waves, start looking at the energy. Once you start looking at the energy and you start feeling into the energy, you kind of are going to start getting a sense if you can start trusting yourself of what's coming. And that's what has happened. Something happened with me when I started investing, where it was like you literally have to put your money where your mouth is. And what it forces you to do is it forces you to really begin to trust yourself. It's like it's kind of an interesting way to play around with your intuitive powers and your psychic abilities, because it's really, really, really forcing yourself, to trust the intuitive information that you get. For example, I don't know why, but I had this thought. I had this thought. Do you guys know much about Dogecoin? Currently, Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency. It was created as a fake cryptocurrency. Okay, it was created by somebody as a joke, and its image is this picture of a dog. Okay, and when crypto started going off, Elon Musk was like, Dogecoin. You guys know who Elon Musk is, right? And his whole thing was like, that's how the universe works. The universe loves irony. He's like, what if the crypto that was started as a joke became this huge cryptocurrency? And so he started tweeting about this crypto. It was worth like 0.007 cents, right? And he started tweeting about it. He started talking about it. He created all this energy around it, really with the intention of helping to get anybody who jumps on board rich. That's the complete intention. Is like, jump on board this ship. I'm pushing it to the moon, literally. He's trying to get it to the moon. He's freaking going to the moon. He's like, jump on board and make some money. I'm going to help you make some money, right? And so I just was like, I've always kind of been like, Dogecoin, that's stupid. That's not, it's not, whatever. It's a meme. It's called a meme coin. It's called an altcoin. It's like the third cryptocurrency right now. It's like $47 billion it's traded right now. It's okay. It's insane. And it was so weird because I'm talking about getting into the vibe, right? I'm like, I just was sitting in my bedroom, like dicking around on the cryptos, looking at the charts and checking it out. And I just had this intuition to just invest in Dogecoin. And I was like, I don't know where this is coming from. I'm just going to put in $100. I'm going to put in $100 in Dogecoin. I just had that thought, right? That was on April 7th. Okay. I'm just going to show you guys. That was on April 7th. So, Let's see here. I'm going to show you the chart because I'm a dork. Okay, so here's the chart for Doge over the past month. Okay, that's a pretty intense chart, right? I invested in Doge like right there where that long line is. Okay, I invested in Doge there. That's what it had been. Doge had been going on for Doge. I just all of a sudden got in my head, I'm just going to put in $100 for Doge. I'm just going to do it, right? That was literally right here. It had been like this. That's it for a year. That's what it was for a year. That's what it was for 5 years. Okay? And because I've been getting into the vibe of this. And it's not like, but it's like, I'm just playing around with it. And I just I get these intuitive hits about things sometimes. And I'm like, I'm just going to put $100 in. That $100 has gone up 476%. I've made $1,000 on that $100. Well, no, I put in 100 more, but I have 2,076 Doge coins. Right now, if you wanted that many Doge coins, you would have to put in like $5,000 to get that many Doge coins. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because when I bought the Dogecoin, when I bought it, it was 7 cents for one Dogecoin. It was 7 cents. Currently, which means that I got, I think I got 11, because then I bought 100 more, like a little bit later. I have 2,076 Dogecoins right now. I think I bought with that $100 when it was 7 cents. I think I got 1,900 or 1,800. No, I got 1,700 Dogecoins with that $100. If I was going to get 1,700 Dogecoins now, I'd have to put in because it's 57 cents right now. It's 57 cents. That's 50. It's gone up 5, 6, 7 times. Anyway, I know that this is kind of like math heavy, and I'm not a super math person, but I'm just telling you, you don't have to be. You don't have to be any of these things. All you have to do is is tune into some shit sometimes. And like, there's certain things that you can't fail with, like Ethereum. Like, this is just going to keep going up. You know, that's a basic thing, Ethereum. Look at that. That's 1 month. It's crazy, right? And what's so funny is that these old white men and people that are really into the old financial systems are really like, oh, crypto, it's not, that's going to dissipate. And, oh, it's not working. And like, I think I read some quote by Warren Buffett that was like, oh, I would never in a million years invest in Bitcoin. And because they're freaking out because it's like a whole new world and they don't know what the heck to do with that world. They don't know what to do. They do not know what to do with that world, right? It's completely, they have no power anymore in that world. And a lot of people that are trained in the old financial system, that are trained with that thought thinking and that linear rational thinking, it doesn't work anymore in the new system. It does not work anymore in the new system. Nobody knows. Nobody can predict. Nobody can rationally tell you what's going to happen because it's a whole new freaking world. It's a whole new freaking system. And so if you get in on this system, you are a part of it and you are helping to guide it. And that is why the empaths and the sensitives, we need to get in on this shit. We need to get in on it. We need to be investing in it. We need to be putting our hands in it. We need to be directing the new currency. Conducting the new currency. Where do you want your money to go? Currently, I'm obsessed with Cardano. They're freaking going to liberate the peoples of Africa. I'm sure it's not that simple, okay? I'm not like a white person that's like, yeah. I'm just saying that's one of their biggest intentions, okay? And the dude is like this fucking rad magician man who's like thinks mushrooms are going to save the planet and like, wants to decentralize the global economy. Like, okay, I'm on board. You know what I mean? Anyway, Solana says House of Cards. Yes, absolutely. So there's a new house being built that has nothing to do with cards. It's all based in ether. It's all based in energy. And you know who understands energy? You know who can read energy? Us. You know who understands the undertones of things? You know who can tune into shit like most people can't? Us. The empaths, the intuitives, the ones that in the previous world order were like left out to fucking dry because we were not rational enough. All we got to do is put our intuition into work here, y'all. We're going to start navigating this new system. Okay. So I want you guys to find your power in this. I want you to find your chutzpah. I want you to believe in yourselves. I want you to just dip your freaking toe in. Dip your toe in. It's fun. Does anybody have any other questions about anything, about starting anything, or if you feel insecure about it, or like that you feel like you have the basic tools to invest now? Do you feel like good about it? Anybody else besides Solana want to chime in here? You guys can type. Tika, 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 tika. Has anybody else who's watching? Has anybody else invested? Have you thought about it? Are you curious about it? Are you excited about it? Do you think it's like the end of the old world order? Are you scared about it? This was so awesome. Haha, I'm gonna try it. Yes. Let me know how it goes. And you have my Instagram. Just like message me if you need any help with it. Cause I'm like, it's fun. It's actually really fun. Occur. So you guys got what I said. I put down the things here. I'm gonna put my Instagram on here again so that you can message me if you need help with anything or you're not sure. And please subscribe to this YouTube channel and share. If you know anybody that could, need some help, needs a feisty Italian woman to talk to them about cryptocurrency, I'm your girl. Yeah. So I hope this helped. And I love you guys. And yes, if you would like any kind of reading, I do readings. I do all that stuff. You can check out my website. I'm going to put my website on here. That's why I'm doing this. It's for the healing, the evolution, the upliftment, the empowerment of the new paradigm, of the new currency, of the empath, of the heart-based human. That is what we are strengthening. That is what we are that is what we are elevating. That is what we are working with. Okay. That is what I'm all about. And all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope this helped, and I'll talk to y'all later. Okay. Bye.